Hey, this is a quick video to help you with tonight's homework. A few things that I want to kind of get out of the way is kind of talking about what expressions look like. So this is an expression for a basketball game, and if you think about it, when someone shoots a hoop, there's three different kinds of points you can earn. You can earn a point for just doing a free throw, and you get 1 point for that. So for every free throw, you get 1 point. Every time you throw a two-pointer, you get, they call it a goal or a field goal, but every time you get a field goal, you get 2 points. And then there's 3-point shots, and you can get 3 points for each time you earn a shot. So if you add all these together, you're going to get the points for a basketball game. We could very easily do that for a football game too. Think about it, if you have 6 points for each touchdown, or 3 points for each field goal, and you get a conversion, a 1-point conversion or a 2-point conversion, and then maybe there's a safety option. You can think of these in a lot of different ways. So you get 6 points for each touchdown, plus the 3 points for each field goal, plus the 2 points for each safety. And then after your field goal, you still get more points if you do a 1-point conversion, and I'll call it a PAT, a point after touchdown, and you get 2 points if you do a 2-point conversion too. So a 2-point conversion. And I want you to be aware that each time we did that, we used a different variable. One more thing I want you to kind of think about as we're going here is just remember that as we do work with expressions, that you're remembering your order of operations. That's the parentheses and then the exponents. Multiplication or division, they're interchangeable, and then addition or subtraction, they're also interchangeable. So here's a couple of types of problems you're going to experience in your homework tonight. You're asked to simplify, and we're told, hey, x equals 4 and y equals 7. So every time I see an x in here, I'm going to replace it with 4. So I see 4 plus 3 times, and I'm going to wrap it in parentheses, 4. And each time I see a y, I'm going to replace it with 7. So I'm going to replace the y with 7. And then minus 2, and then the y gets replaced with 7 again. So you're simplifying, and now we're going to use order of operations. So we're going to carry down the 4. 3 times 4 times 7, that's all multiplication. So we got to do that before we do the addition or subtraction. So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 7 is 84, so we've got 84 for this middle part, and then negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. And then it's just an addition problem, so we're going to add these together. 4 plus 84 is 88 minus 14, and then 88 minus 14 is 74. So your answer to this is 74. We'll do another one really quickly. B squared times z, when letters are next to each other, it's multiply, minus 2 times b times z plus z squared. And we're going to replace b with 6 and z with 2. So every time I see a variable, I'm going to wrap it in parentheses. So b is 6, I'll use red. B is 6, so 6 quantity squared. Z, parentheses again, is 2. And then minus 2 times b, which is 6, z, which is 2, and z plus z squared, so 2 quantity squared. So I tried to replace everything where this kind of goes here and this goes here, and I'm running low on space. So 6 squared, so we're going to do PEMDAS, which means we have to do our exponents first. So 6 squared is 36 times 2. Minus 2 times 6 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24, so 24 here, plus 4, so 2 squared is 4. 36 times 2, we got 72, minus 24, plus 4. And remember, we're going to do PEMDAS, so we've got to do addition or subtraction. And in this case, subtraction comes first, so we have to do that first. So 72 minus 24 is 48 plus 4 is 52. And that's our answer here. So just be sure that you're using the correct order of operations, and that every time you're replacing a b, you're replacing the b in parentheses. We've got to make sure that we're putting them in parentheses. what is a like term? So eventually you're going to be asked to combine like terms, and it's really important that you know how to do that. So a like term just means it has the same variable and the same exponent. So here we see that the red things have the same x value, and they also have a little power of 2. While this has an x, it also has a y, and it doesn't have a power of 2. So we can see that these two things, this 3x squared and this 4x squared, they're like terms. And then these two things down here are called the blue things. They don't have a variable, so these are called constants. And constants are just numbers that we can combine. So we're going to combine like terms by combining the things that have the same variable and same exponent, and then the things that are just the numbers. So 3x squared and 4x squared actually make 7x squares. There are 7 things called x squares. There were 3 of them there and 4 of them there. And then the 9xy, there's nothing with it, right? There's no other xy's, so we still just have those negative xy's. And then 2 and negative 1 make positive 1. So it's a positive 1 as our constant. We'll practice a couple more times. We're going to ask you to simplify some expressions. So we'll try x squared plus 5x plus 2y plus 7x squared. Well, we're looking for same variables, same exponents. It looks like x squared and x squared. I don't see anything with just an x, and I don't see anything with just a y. So these don't combine, but I have 1x squared there, and I have 7x squares there. So there are a total of 8x squares, and then everything else can't be combined. Let's do another one real quick. So we've got b times 5a squared minus 2a minus 11a squared b plus 2ab. Now, the trick here is that we have to distribute this before we can really think about combining those. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute that b to both of them, and we'll get 5a squared b, because there's 5a squares and then times b, and then negative 2a times b. And I'll copy everything else down. We'll take a look. Do I have anything else that has a 5 or an a squared b? Because those are the variables, same exponents. And yes, I do. I have negative 11 of the a squared b's. So 5 and negative 11 is negative 6 a squared b's. Similarly, I can think about the other ones. Do I have any negative, or have any ABs? Well, yeah, I have these ABs. So I have negative 2 ABs, and I have positive 2 ABs. Well, negative 2 of something and positive 2 of something, they kind of cancel each other out. So we could say plus 0 AB, but in reality, like, we don't even need that, right? So our final answer, which is really handy, is negative 6a squared b. I hope this video was helpful as you do your homework tonight.